Make sure you have all the parts before you start. Here are the tools you'll need before you begin the installation. Before you start the installation, make sure to test the water pressure. You have two options. Either hold the water flow detection bag right up to the valve outlet, or, if the valve is placed to low, attach a hose to the outlet to bridge the gap to the bag. Turn on the water valve and ensure that at least 1.3 gallons of water flow out within 15 seconds. Pre-installation checklist. Before purchasing or installing our toilet, please take a moment to assess your bathroom environment. If you have a standard flange, the bolt spread is approximately 6 inches. Our provided flange fits a 3.5-inch opening. If you are using an existing flange, we recommend an inner diameter of at least 3.5 inches. Please check if your flange is recessed or raised. If it sits above the finished floor, it must not exceed a height of 0.4 inches. The flange we provide is approximately 0.35 inches. If you choose to use your own, please ensure the height is between 0.2 and 0.4 inches. If the flange sits flush with the floor, no additional adjustments are needed. If the flange is recessed more than a ½ inch below the floor, you will need an extra thick wax ring. Our included wax ring is 1 inch thick. However, if your flange is more than 0.5 inches below floor level, we recommend purchasing a thicker wax ring for a proper seal. Next are some recommendations for the water supply valve and electrical outlet placement. Use a reference line drawn perpendicular from the center of the drain to the wall. The valve and outlet should be positioned at least 8 inches to the left or right of the center line, roughly half the toilet's width. Please measure the distance to your shutoff valve. If it meets these requirements, there is no need to relocate it. If the valve is within 8 inches of the center, we recommend extending the copper piping outward before installing the shutoff valve. The standard height for both the shutoff valve and the outlet is typically between 5 and 7 inches from the floor. Placing them too high may interfere with the water line or the toilet housing itself. The distance from the center of the toilet flange to the back wall finish should be 12 inches. For beginners, place the installation template over the drain hole and align it carefully. Ensure the template is parallel to the wall. This will mark the positions for the 4 mounting holes. Once aligned, mark the drilling points on the floor. If you're worried about alignment when lifting the toilet, use colored tape to outline the toilet's footprint on the floor. This helps ensure everything is lined up when you set the toilet down. You can now remove the template. Experienced installers can proceed directly to the flange. The next step is installing the mounting brackets into the grooves. Using the flange as a guide, ensure the brackets are perfectly aligned with the center of the drain. Once positioned, mark the holes with a pen. Move the flange aside and prepare to drill. Use an impact drill with a 3/8-inch drill bit to create the holes. After drilling, insert the expansion bolts. Place the flange back down. Add the 4 metal washers. And secure it with the medium-length screws. With the flange secured, install the mounting brackets. Double check that they are centered and aligned with the drain opening. Place the washers. Tighten the nuts. And perform a final check to ensure the brackets are level and centered. Bring the toilet to the site. Unwrap the wax ring and press it firmly onto the toilet's discharge outlet. As a tip for beginners, place 2 short strips of tape on the sides of the toilet base to mark the internal bracket locations. This serves as a visual guide to help you align the side mounting holes with the brackets. Insert the toilet screws into fixing sleeves. Thread them into the mounting holes and tighten them securely. Once secured, snap the decorative caps into place. Install the batteries. Press the battery compartment cover to open it. Take out the battery box and unscrew the screw with a Phillips screwdriver to separate the upper and lower covers. Insert the new batteries needed according to the correct polarity. Reinstall the battery box covers and tighten the screw securely. Put the battery box back into the battery compartment and close the compartment cover. Before connecting the water hose or T-valve, open the water valve and let the water run for 30 to 40 seconds to flush out any debris from the pipes. After the toilet is set, connect the water supply. Tighten the connection by hand, then use a wrench to turn it an additional 1/4 turn until snug. Open the water valve. Now that the toilet is installed, let's run a functional test before we do the final sealing. Press the flush button on the side to check the flushing power and ensure everything is working correctly. If the first flush looks good, go ahead and flush it 5 more times to confirm the plumbing is solid. After that, we'll wait about 10 minutes to double check for any slow leaks around the connections. Next, we will demonstrate the bidet functions. Rotate the knob clockwise to start. Posterior wash. Rotate the knob counterclockwise to start feminine wash. As a signature feature of this product, the toilet automatically pre-wets the bowl once the seat is occupied and triggers an auto flush as soon as the user stands up. Once the test is successful, you can apply silicone sealant to the base, and the toilet is ready for regular use.